Hi,
Hey
Tony.
John,
How are
how you
you?
doing? I'm good, buddy. How you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing great, thank you. And so excited to be able to talk to you, particularly as I had such a good time watching this film. And I guess I got to start off by pointing out, obviously, Lalo Salamanca, one of the all-time great villains. So, with that in mind, when a project like this comes along and a character like Benito, what do you look for as an actor in a character like this one?
Well, I mean, I think that every kind of character that you do, well, that I do, I try to make his own sort of world and not try to copy any other thing that I've done before, because otherwise, then you're just gonna, fall into the same thing all the time. So this one, well, first of all, it's a good old fashioned fun movie for adults and for kids. It's action and that in itself is just fun. Also, I like the script. It was working with Dave and also especially with Kate, who's I do most of my scenes with, and who I've worked with several times before in the past. It just seemed like a good. I also am back in Albuquerque, shooting it in Albuquerque, which is where we did Better Call Saul. I love that place. I went by and said hi to everybody. They were still shooting that Pluribus, the one that's coming out, I think, in a couple of days. So I got to see the whole crew and everybody, and I went to have lunch with Vince and everything. So it was great. It was a wonderful, wonderful experience shooting this movie.
Oh, that's amazing. And there's that great scene early on where Benito forces one of his men to kill his cousin. And, he doesn't have to be violent to do that. He doesn't have to really threaten him. It's just his presence. He's so intimidating. So, what is your secret to tapping into that sort of level of menace and then getting it across in your performance as you do in those moments?
Well, I mean, to be honest with you, I think a lot of credit goes to the writers, to Gary Scott and Tom O'Connor, who, because those dialogues are theirs and they're not mine. I'm just the guy who's kind of saying them. But yeah, I mean, it's just good writing, and I talked to Michael Dowse, the director, before, sort of see where this guy was coming from, how we were going to do it, if it was going to be because sometimes it was in Spanish, sometimes it was in English, and a lot of people who don't speak Spanish don't know what parts, what does sound right or what you could say. So, I kind of talked to them about it and said, "What do you think about this part here and this part here?" And they were very kind and they were very, sort of, we were all on the same page. And, you just repetition, you just keep going over and over those lines, trying to find something interesting. And then, you just go there and try to show up and deliver.
Yeah, fantastic. And I know for me as an audience member, having this war between the cartel and the DEA with the kids at the center of it was a really nice surprise and something we haven't really seen before. So when you sat down to read the script and saw that, was that a big appeal to you to maybe come into this genre and just tell a different kind of story than what we've seen before?
Yeah, that's exactly right. I mean, it was trying to tell a story that I hadn't seen before. I mean, you usually don't get the kids, the ones who save the day. Those are the ones who usually have to get saved. So, having these kids in this situation and sort of the character that I play with Natalia, who's played by Kate, kind of not understanding what the hell's going on. Where children are doing this. This is ridiculous. I thought it was fun. It was good old fashioned fun.
Yeah, and of course, as that war with the DA intensifies, Benito he does kind of become more manic and frustrated. Those great scenes when he's on the phone with Kate's character and he's just losing it. So that was that fun thing to kind of play with in scenes where you are mostly on your own as well to really delve into that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That was fun. I actually had forgotten about that one until right now that you mentioned it. I mean, yeah, because I broke everything. I remember Mike was like, "Okay, so look, everything that's on here, you can just break." And I was like, "Okay, so what's the shot of the camera so that you can see me break everything?" He goes, "No, I'm wide open, man. Just go for it." And we did a couple of them until there was nothing else to break, and that was great. I mean, it's fun, I mean, it's insane that you get to do this. You go to the set, imagine if right now you working, you just got to break everything around you and you get paid for it. It's like, sure, why not? Let's release some stress right now for sure. It was fun.
Oh, awesome. And obviously, like as you said, most of your scenes are with Kate, and you don't really spend much time with Dave's character, but both two huge presences that come on a really collision in the film. Were you disappointed not to maybe have some action scenes there with Dave and to work a little more closely with him?
No, not at all. I'm very grateful for everything that I got. I mean, I got my own action scenes. I got to run around a couple of days, shoot, dodge bullets, jump into holes. I mean, I got my good share of action.
And is action something you really enjoy as an actor as well? As you said, that you got good, so good taste of it in this film, I thought.
You know what, Josh? Every year less. I mean, and because of my age, not because of anything else, but I mean, it just sometimes you just get hurt, you know? I mean, it sounds like it's all good fun, but sometimes you just, you really got to jump over this thing and then you got to bend over and you run in it and it just gets, it gets tiring. But it's part of the job. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love it, but it's exhausting.
Yeah, for sure. I get that totally. And just while I've got you, Tony, I'm a big Marvel fan, and I've loved seeing you as swordsman in Hawkeye. Obviously, we saw you in Daredevil as well. Some great scenes there. Do you think we're going to see more of you in that Marvel universe? Obviously, they got season 2 of Daredevil coming up next year.
Yeah, actually, that's right now that you were asking me about the action sequence. That's exactly what I was thinking about in my mind because I did a bunch of action stuff in this next one that's coming out of Daredevil, and man, I got hurt. I got hurt hard. I mean, I think I must have like chipped a rib or something because for 2, 3 weeks I was in bed. I had bruises all over the back of my. It was hard, man. Those guys go hard. I mean, the action sequences on those they're just like we're right on your face. So it's you, and then you jump there, then you hit that guy, and then this guy punches you in the face with a tube, and it's like, okay, let's go. So yeah, that's gonna come out, and it's gonna be a lot of fun.
Oh, I cannot wait for that. Such a
It's
great
gonna be
character.
really good fun. Yeah.
And it was such a surprise as well. I thought seeing you pop up in The Last of Us, just that one really wonderful scene, I thought, playing Joel and Tommy's father. Have you seen the reaction? How happy people were to see you show up in the series? And it must have been a fun couple of days for you on that one.
Yeah, that was great. I mean, to be honest with you, that kind of came out of the blue. One day, Neil called me up and he said, "Hey, listen, you want to be Joel's father?" I said, "I think that's a great idea." He goes, "Yeah, but you got to grow that mustache back." I said, "Sure, no problem." So we did that. Went up to Canada and shot that scene. It was wonderful. I had a good time doing that.
Oh, fantastic. And back to this film, as you said, you worked with Kate a lot. And you've worked with her before, of course, but what did you enjoy particularly on this film about exploring the relationship between the two characters, especially with the way the story kind of intensifies and where it takes them?
Well, look, Kate and I, like I said, I mean, we've been working together since the '90s, to be
Yeah.
honest with you. Yeah. So we have good relationship. She's a super pro, and she's a sweet girl. I really enjoy her company. We have good chemistry. So it was fun I wish I could work with her more. I mean, it's just it's we know each other in the work relationship, also personally, but and she's such a pro, and it's just so fun to work with somebody who can sort of give you that slack so you can kind of keep going in those pauses and you just kind of understand each other. It was wonderful. It was really wonderful.
Yeah, I thought it was cool as well to see your character and hers slip out between the Spanish and English as they were talking. It felt quite authentic, I'm guessing. So was that something you enjoyed doing while playing this character to jump between each and the way I think it improves a lot of scenes as well?
Yeah, that's something that like we had talked about before, with like with Michael Dowse, the director, and with Gary Scott and Tom O'Connor. Which scenes go into a little bit of Spanish and which don't. And Kate and I kind of talked about it too. And we're like, okay, so where do you think we should throw some words in here that'll work and that you can just remember that these guys are from this country, not just speaking English all the time. And I think it works out perfectly. I think it's very, it doesn't look like we worked hard on it, which we kind of did.
Awesome. And just one final question, just while I've got you. That scene in Better Call Saul where Lalo kills Howard, it's become iconic. It's so terrifying. It's so tense. Did you realize then it was going to be as special as it's turned out to be and as well regarded as it is now?
I mean, yeah, we kind of had an idea. I remember way before we shot that, Vince Gilligan and Peter Gould called me, and we had a phone call, and they were very very excited because they would just written that scene,
Yeah.
and they're like, "Tony, you have no idea what we're going to do this next season." And I was like, "Oh, okay, it sounds great." No, 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 no. Wait till you read this. You're gonna shit in your pants. I was like, Really? What are you talking about? No, 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 we can't tell you much, but this is, I mean, these guys got so excited from what they wrote that they called me on the phone to tell me that they'd written, and then they couldn't tell me what it was. And then when I finally read it, I was like, oh, I see. This is huge. And then when we were there, I mean, it just kept growing and growing and growing. And yeah, I mean, they delivered. That scene was iconic.
Absolutely. Well, Tony, thank you so much for taking the time to talk about this film and your other projects. I'm such a big fan of yours, and I loved seeing you in this one. And this really is such a fun movie for people. So thank you again.
Thank you for your time, Josh. I appreciate it.
Wonderful meeting you. Thanks so much, Tony.
You have a nice day. Take care.
You too. Thank you.